It's time to screw the formalities, bring in the ubi. It's time for a vegan Q&A. Hi, it's Emily from Bite Size Vegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget. We'll jump into the Q&A in just a second, complete with ubi, but I just wanted to check in and update you all. The reason that you're seeing another Q&A so soon is that I just arrived home from a speaking engagement at the Woodstock Fruit Festival. And because I wanted that speech to be the very best that it could be, and with all of the time of travel, I felt that it was better to provide you today with more of your questions answered than try to throw together some of the important content I have planned in a haphazard manner. I do hope to have the speech in the next video, so stay tuned for that and prepare to share the message far and wide. I appreciate all of you sticking with me through this month, which has been a bit atypical content-wise as I've been gearing up for the 2 weeks that I'm currently in. I wanted to let you know there are a lot of exciting things coming soon, like more of the Vegan Kids series, which I'm particularly jazzed about. The History of Veganism Part 3 should be arriving in the coming month, I hope, along with opening up some brand new series and continuing to answer your questions through the Q&A format, as well as single standalone educational videos. As always, thank you for all of your support. You make this channel and everything I do possible. Now, let's bring in the ubi for real and answer your questions. So Megan M says, I am nearly 100% vegan, but I live in a non-vegan household where the vast majority of food is non-vegan. All of the food I love is always staring me in the face. For example, ice cream, chocolate, and cheese. Do you have any suggestions on resisting these products? So there's a number of things that you can do, and it will, again, depend on your circumstances. If you, I don't know your age, if you're old enough and you have an allowance, or maybe you babysit, or maybe you're a young adult and you have a job, then you can, buy your own ice creams and chocolate and vegan cheeses and have those to kind of be there for when you have a snack attack, or just stock up on vegan foods that you do enjoy so that you can have alternatives there, because not everyone's going to be able to find vegan cheeses, and they can also be really expensive. So maybe you have some favorite fruits, or you can banana ice cream is one of my favorites. You can get bananas usually for pretty cheap and freeze them when they get to that nice spotty stage, and then use a blender or a food processor and have banana ice cream. Honestly, I've even just eaten frozen bananas on their own as lollipops. It's really good. Ubi loves that. So that can be really helpful, is making sure that you have your own snacks, your own tempting snacks to have around. And another thing that I think that can be helpful in that situation, as well as just in general with staying vegan, is to kind of write down why it is that you're vegan. Write it down. It sounds silly. Maybe it doesn't work for everyone, but write it down on a little piece of paper, maybe laminate it, and keep it with you all the time. And when you're having these temptations, you can take it out and you can kind of remember, like, what is it that I'm doing this for? Like, why am I vegan? And that can sometimes take you out of that moment of temptation, because when it comes down to it, your reason is going to be more powerful than a cookie, hopefully, depending on what your reason is. So I hope that's helpful. Alexandra 98, who says, I'm 16 years old and trying to live vegan, and I've encountered a few problems when it comes to my family. I've been vegetarian for 3 years, so meat is no problem, but I'm now cutting out dairy and eggs best I can. Some people think this is very extreme, and also my parents and other family members as well. My dad likes to compare me being vegan with religion, which annoys me a lot. Is it really a good comparison? I don't think that religion and veganism is a good comparison. Veganism it's a moral stance, and it's an ethical stance. For most people, for some people, it's a health stance. You never know, but it's something that is grounded in those those beliefs, and so there are, I think, parallels that can be drawn. Veganism is looking at the suffering in the world, the suffering of the animals in particular, and saying that I don't want to participate in this. I don't. And I think it's more of an ethical and a moral stance. And there is gray area because, of course, many, if not most, religions are, based around a set of moral and ethical codes. But there is a separation there. Although I would like to say that anyone from any religion can be vegan. There's no there's no dictate that you can't be vegan and of any religion or creed out there. As far as talking to your parents, and with it being extreme, I think someone else asked about how to, I can't find it right now, but someone else asked who's younger, asked about how to convince their parents that it's not unhealthy. I think with all of these, with parents and who are thinking that you're going extreme, maybe they think you're having an eating disorder develop or things like that, is to kind of get your facts. You know, you can look for actual solid information to bring to them, and I'll link below, but some great resources are nutritionfacts.org, pcrm.org. They also have resources specifically for kids about you know, having healthy vegan kids. So I'll provide whatever links I can below to that. You're free to pour through my website and use like the search box on there or on my channel, because I always link to different resources. I think it's important to come to them with facts rather than, you know, being reactionary and saying like, no, you're wrong, I'm right, because, you know, then it kind of becomes a personal fight rather than a discussion of coming and saying, you know, hey, mom and dad, you know, I love you very much. I know that you love me. I know that, you know, you're concerned about me because you love me and you want me to be healthy and you want me to be, you know, living a good life. And I know that that's where your concern is coming from, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, I'm so grateful for the love and support that I have from you. You know, here are some resources that I've found from different doctors, from, you know, whatever, about the way that I'm choosing to eat. And I know that you love and support me in so much of my life, and I really would just hope that you would also support me in this decision, you know, because this is something that's really important to me, and I'm not going into it with my eyes closed. You know, I've done my research, and I'm really, you know, I'm doing my best to make sure that this is a conscious and well thought out decision, you know, and I would love to have your support. You know, I mean, you can vary that for your own parents, because you'll know them better than I do about how they might respond to that. So I hope that's helpful. So if you have more questions, feel free to leave them below. I'm going to do my best to try to keep track of all of the questions and keep a good log of them. I still have a bunch more from you guys from the first ask that I put out. Ubi's been terribly helpful for this. I hope that you enjoyed this Q&A. I hope it was helpful, and I do intend to do more of these in the future. If you liked it, if you like the idea of having more of these, give the video a big thumbs up. Please share it around to help others who might have similar questions. If you're new, I would love to have you subscribe to the channel. You can just hit the button down there, and you can get more awesome vegan content every Monday, Wednesday, and some Fridays. Probably a lot more Q&A Fridays to come, so good for that. If you want to help support Bite Size Vegan and the educational content that I create, you can check out the support links down below or the Nugget Army icon there. Maybe in the sidebar might be full of other videos. Hope that was helpful. Go live vegan, get some answers, and I'll see you soon. So as I said in the beginning of this Q&A, my content's been atypical. There's been a little bit more informal content and Q&As than hardcore educational, highly cited videos, but we're going to be getting back to that. But as a form of punishment, I thought maybe I could show you some of my awkward dancing. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. We've got this one. Got a little bit of this. You gotta build the suspense when you bring it out. And we've got the like. That one's almost cool, especially when you switch it up and you do the two to one side. It surprises people.